Good day, everyone. So good to be back. Good to see your faces.
Ah, can you see them?
Yes, I can see your faces
Good to have
in
you
this
here with
feed.
us.
So good to be back. So
Mm,
thank you so much to everyone who has reached out to us in
mm,
one way or the other. Sending messages asking when next our videos will be coming in. We just want to tell you that we're back. We had a little pause, and we want to tell you that we are now back, and we have a lot of content and materials to share with you
mm.
that will help you in your healthy living journey. To all our subscribers, thank you for staying tuned. To
Thank you.
all who are just joining today and looking at who this man and this woman is. Well, my name is Adeleke Adene. I'm the managing partner of Neovetos Health, and this is also my beautiful wife.
Yeah, I'm Damlola Adeni.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, you can please do that and turn on the notification
Notification
bell
bell.
so that if there are contents being dropped, you can quickly know and also appreciate what has been shared and maximize the knowledge. Like I said, we have a couple of things listed out that we would like to share with our viewers and everyone. But most importantly, we realize that it's important to start on a foundation that is strong. Why we are doing this is because for some people, elder living is not new to them, but it's not enough for you to just have that information. Are you practicing what you know? Are you putting all these tips
To use.
to use and all of that? That's quite important.
Mm.
And for some people who don't even know anything about healthy living, so this is a way of also bringing them up to speed for them to understand what healthy living is about and how it can also help them. Because most importantly, just like um, we have often said to people, there are certain things that people think it's evil, it's devil, and all of that. That the devil really has no business with any of those things. It's just because
Yes.
there's no knowledge in those areas. So that's why we are doing what we are doing. So this is also because for a couple of time, for like a few years back now, from the questions that people have been asking us and all of
Few
that.
months.
Yeah, so we feel it's important, to have this foundational aspect that will be like
A basis to build on.
to build on for subsequent contents that are going to be dropping. So please just stay tuned with us and you are going to enjoy yourself so much. Today we are going to be talking about the benefits of healthy living. The benefits of healthy living. So, but we are going to be addressing it in two areas. We are going to be talking about the misconceptions. Like I've said, there are lots of things right now on the internet that could sound very scary, especially for somebody who knows how those things work. There are certain things that are not exactly how they are. And we're also going to be talking about what the real concept of healthy living is all about. So to just dive in quickly, to the misconceptions that we have seen, there are a whole lot of them, but we just want to talk about just 7 out of those things. Possibly these are the things holding some people back, not wanting them to take that decision on healthy living and all of that. Number one, elder living does not confine you to a boring life. Elder living is not boring. That's one misconception that some people may have about elder living. That once you subscribe to elder living, wow, life becomes boring. That's not true in any way. Is elder living boring?
My own perception or where I'm looking at it from, if you're talking about benefits of healthy living and if this thing is giving me benefits and I'm getting a lot of advantage from it. So to me it's not boring.
It's not boring.
It's not, I won't say it's boring.
It's not boring.
Because it's helping me.
It's not boring. That's the truth. So some people just have that misconception that elder living is boring. You are going to you're just going to look very awkward. No, that's not true. That's not true in any way.
Yeah.
It's not true in any way.
Yeah. So another misconception of healthy living is eating only bland and tasteless food. That's the belief of some people.
That's what some people
and
think.
that actually is making people afraid to take that giant step. I want to start eating healthy. There's a philosophy we now have, and we tell people you don't need to wait till you fall sick before you start eating healthy.
True.
You don't need to.
True.
The mindset we have now is that until we break down, until the doctor says we can no longer help you, or until we get that doctor report and we are like, oh, this is happening to me, then we then want to take that bold step to live healthy. No, it doesn't have to get to that extent.
It doesn't.
It doesn't have to get to that stage. Anybody, anyone can eat healthy. Even a little baby, yes, can eat healthy. So your food don't have to be bland.
My wife's food is delicious.
I'm about saying that. Men loves good food. Good food. And obviously, you know, my man is a man. My husband is a man. So if my food doesn't have taste, I know I would have received so many queries. Yes. So
food is delicious.
You don't have to cook with Maggi for you to know your food will be tasty.
Definitely.
You don't have to.
Definitely.
You don't have to. So your food can be tasty, spicy, and healthy, and colorful. There's a way you do it and you walk around.
Definitely. I'm a living proof and witness.
And we receive visitors and we give them food. You know, sometimes I just sit back and we watch, and they enjoy the meal. And it's later we now tell them, do you know that there's no Maggi in that food? And they're like, really?
Yeah.
So well,
we've seen that over and over and over and over.
Let me try and balance it, because some people will say this food is not sweet. That's because your taste bud is already adjusted to the taste of MSG. So it will take like probably 21 days for your taste bud to get back if you don't want to use MSG again. So it will take like 21 days. So it's a gradual thing. So after 21 days and you are cooking without Maggi, your taste bud will adjust to that new taste.
Very true.
And you realize that, oh, so my food can be this tasty even without MSG.
Very true.
And there are natural seasonings you can use to make your food tasty. You know, wherever you are. Iru, begiri,
ogiri.
Ogiri. You have your thyme.
Your onions.
You have your onions, lots of onions, your ginger, your garlic.
And all of that.
There are some foreign spices you can also use.
Don't worry, we're going to be sharing a lot of that with you. A lot of that.
A lot.
So another misconception that people have about healthy living is that it will make people ostracize you. It will make people isolate you. It will make people run away from you. It will make people feel that you are awkward. You know, it will make people. No, that's not true. You know, there is no stigma in healthy living. Healthy living does not give you a stigma. Healthy living does not make you blacklisted. Like, okay, nobody wants to move with you and all of that. No, that's not true in any way.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop you from going to parties. That you have subscribed to healthy living does not mean that you cannot attend parties. You just know that, okay, you just
once in a while thing now.
It's a once in a while thing.
Who goes to parties every day or every week?
Definitely. So you just, even when you get there, you just decide to, you know,
limit your options
and all of that.
Yeah,
okay,
you can
I'll take this and take that. And
coleslaw, salad, moi, fish.
Depending on the kind of party.
Kind of buffet
So it does not, healthy living does not mean that you are going to be stigmatized. You are going to be ostracized or you'll be blacklisted as a strange person. No, that's not healthy living.
So another misconception that we hear that people talk about is like they feel they will give up on their favorite meal.
That's another one.
That's not true.
That's another one.
That's not true. And the truth is, there are all these options that we're talking about that are not so good for our health came out from the real raw options, the way God created it. Now let's be practical. For example, if your favorite meal is pounded yam, we would advise get your yam. If the stress is too much, get a blender, a good blender.
Remember how you how you supposed to blender wanted to eat pounded yam with blender.
With blender, so how many years ago?
Last year or 2 years ago? No, not 2 years. Was it 2 years? That should be 3
3 years ago. So
Yeah.
I used blender. I want to eat pounded
Actually,
yam.
the blender wasn't too strong anyway.
Because I don't know how to pound yam naturally. So you make sure your blender is strong. If it's not strong, don't try and use it. They just get a pounding machine. I think there's one that they do now. Boil your yam and pound it. So it's better and healthier option compared to the regular poundo yam we all do. So there's always an healthier option to whatever it is you're eating. For example, even our rice.
Yeah.
Our rice was made from brown rice, the way rice is itself.
That still has the fiber.
So and you know, in the fiber is where the nutrient is.
Yeah, you can get that option too.
Yeah, but the polished rice we have now has been the fiber has been removed and polished. You know, so you can eat your favorite meal in the healthier version.
In fact, rice when polished is not even so good for men, especially for men who are even still in their reproductive age, because there is zinc, you know, in the fiber of the rice. Since it has been removed, the body of the man needs zinc, you know, for fertility. We are going to be talking about all of these things anyway. So there are healthier options that you can take. Basically, that's what we are just saying. That your food does not have to be. Does not mean that you are going to give up your favorite meal. So another misconception that we are always seeing is, especially this is targeted to health coaches, nutritionists, and dietitians, and all of that. There is this prescribed perfect diet for all health types. That's not true.
It's wrong.
There's no single perfect diet for all health types. What I mean is that somebody has diabetes, for instance, another person has maybe high blood pressure, another person has possibly just trying to work on his weight or weight. And this person is just copying and pasting the same plan for every kind of person. It does not work like that. You know, it does not work like that. That is not how it works. You know, there are body types. There is a particular thing you are trying to address in your body. So whatever you are going to be eating, you know, because of that condition, has to be customized for you. So it's important that we take note of that, please, especially the contents that you see online. Let's be careful so that we don't just rush to them. Especially also this keto diet. You know, keto diet has been abused. There are lots of people that are doing keto wrong. They don't know it now, but they know later. And it's going to be telling on their health. It's going to be telling on their health.
Yeah, to also chip into that, the way God has made the human body, God has created our body in such a way that we need carbohydrates, we need protein,
definitely,
we need fat and oil,
definitely,
we need minerals,
we need
vitamins.
Yeah.
So we look at the holistic way, the holistic plan of how to live an healthy life, which is most important. Yeah, another misconception that we hear people say is that healthy living is expensive.
That's a common one.
It's expensive, you know. It's expensive. When we attend to people, and people are like, it's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. And we give these people this illustration, and we tell them, okay, if you want to stick with your, let me put it this way, the option you feel is cheaper, if you want to stick to that, be rest assured that you will continue the drugs you are taking. Sure. Be on medication.
Sure.
Number 2, be rest assured that you keep visiting your doctor for checkup or whatever the diagnosis is or whatever.
Not even just for checkup, for treatment.
For treatment. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. For treatment. So we tell them the money you use in getting drugs and the money you use for treatment at the hospital, add those money. Then add it to whenever you want to go shopping, get healthier options. Eventually, when you add it to your even cheap options, you are eventually spending way more than if you decide you want to live healthy. It's a mind thing. So saying eating healthy is expensive. No, it's because even these people say the way they manufactured all these things, processed, you know, they try to make life easier for us, so to speak. But the truth is, they are making life more complicated.
In fact, just to chip in to that, you know, depending on where you live anyway, you can even find a market where they sell all these things.
Cheaper price.
Organic things. You know, they don't have to be very expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like
Like
okay,
we Nigerians
if
now.
Nigerians,
My 12.
my 12, go to my 12,
K2.
and all of those places,
Be friends with those abokis.
depending on where you stay.
Where you are.
Like if you have okay, there's a fruit shop around you and all of that, you can get your things there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't need to break the bank to
don't
live
need
healthy.
to be a billionaire.
Just improvise.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing.
Within your income, monthly income, you can eat healthy.
It's possible. It's possible. So, and the final misconception that we're going to be talking about, this is also very quite common. Now, please, I need you to listen well. Being thin is not synonymous to being healthy. And being obese is not also a sign of good living. So there are two different things.
And that's the balance.
That's the balance. So being thin is not synonymous to being healthy. There are some people that really have no business being thin. Yeah. They have no business being tiny. Considering your BMI and all of that. We are going to be talking about all of those things. Maybe when we start talking about weight management. You don't have any business being thin. And some people feel that, okay, because I'm obese, is a sign that, okay, money has entered. You see my face?
The sign of good living.
You see my face? So it does not mean that things have become good for you. It's probably because you are not eating correctly. Possibly you started eating late at night. You are eating 10 p.m., 11 p.m. No, that is not an evidence of good living.
Lots of processed food.
In fact, there's even a particular tribe, I don't know which part of Nigeria, where they fatten their brides anytime they are close to marriage. They are close to wedding, sorry. They fatten them to make them look, I don't know what they feed them with. So you just need to be careful of these things. You have an ideal BMI. There's an ideal weight that you should have because of the size of your body, the shape of your body, and all of that, and your waistline and all of those things. So please, being thin is not, disabuse your mind of that. That if anyone is thin, it means the person is healthy. That's not true. It will be DNA anyway. Like take for instance, I'm still trying to make sure that I'm trying to make sure that I'm a bit chubby and all of that.
Can never be.
Okay. So there are some people like that, and there are some people that they just have the tendency of also becoming
yes.
One of the things I know that my wife can never be big. She can never
have the tendency.
She surely has tendency, but she cannot be obese.
Can never be.
She knows what to do.
Never be.
She knows how to kick out the excess weight and all of that. So being obese is not a sign of good living, and being thin is not also proof that you're healthy. You have an ideal BMI. So that being said, we talked about the misconception. There are more, like I said, so we just narrowed down on this. So we've come to the end of today's broadcast on the benefits of healthy living. So for someone who is quite who has been confused before now, we believe that with some of the things that you have heard, you want to subscribe and not to confuse you. The healthy living is the way to go, man. Healthy living is the way to go. Healthy living is the way to go. If you are new on this channel, please subscribe and like, share. We want to also hear from you. Give your comments. What do you want us to talk about and all of that? We want to ask questions from you. So don't forget, one more time, subscribe to our channel. And if peradventure you are going through any health challenges, please feel free to reach out to us. Reach out to us. That's our handle on any platform. Your major platforms anyway, not all platforms. So Innovators Health, you can send a mail to us to innovatorshealth@gmail.com, and we'll be very, very glad to respond to you. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today. See you in our next video. Time. Bye. Bye.